Okay, we're on.
All right, Vaughn, thank you. Well, today, believe it or not, is International Talk Like a Pirate Day. The day was created in 1995 by two friends, and it has grown into an international phenomenon. With us now, Gregory Edmonds, as well as Edward Bright with the Charlestown View. And I appreciate you showing up. And obviously, I came a little bit underdressed, apparently. No big deal. But I tell you what, you have a book out here that a lot of folks are really going to enjoy, especially if they're interested in any sort of pirate tradition, because that tradition is certainly rich here in South Carolina.
Right, it is, indeed. First of all, Talk Like a Pirate Day, as you indicate, was created in 1995. It went international in 2002 when the humorist and columnist, Dave Barry, put it on his in his column that went all around the world in newspapers. But when we talk like a pirate today, you will hear people saying, "Arr, and avast there, matey, and what the link." Well, pirates didn't really talk like that. Pirates,
really?
The golden age of pirates, from the 1500s until about 1830, would say things, would speak in ways that everyone else spoke at the time. If you look at the old King James Version of the Bible, where people would say thee and thou instead of you, that's the way pirates would talk during that period of time. If you look at the Declaration of Independence, you can see how they talked at the end of the period.
Oh, interesting. So a lot of the jargon that you hear is kind of made up.
Well, it all comes from Disney.
Well, yeah, it comes from Robert Newton. In fact, the guys who created Talk Like a Pirate Day called Robert Newton the patron saint of the holiday, if you will, because Robert Newton appeared as Long John Silver in the 1950 movie Treasure Island, and again as Blackbeard years later. And it is he whom we are emulating when we talk like that now.
That's great. And now, Edward, obviously in full get-up today, and I tell you what, you do reenactments for people that are very lifelike. That's got to be gratifying.
Well, we prefer to call it living history opposed to reenactment.
Sure.
Because there are crews that do reenactments of specific events, but because piracy is riddled with legends and mysteries in history, where they have Blackbeard in 4 different places in the world on the same date and time, so were any of them really him? So you can't really reenact that. So what we try to do is take a day in the life and do living history and use that as an educational platform to learn about the history of this country.
That's great. Well, let's take a look at an event that's going on here tomorrow. Edward will actually be at the South Carolina Confederate Relic Room and Military Museum. For Talk Like a Pirate Day, you can learn more about South Carolina pirates. There's a session at 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. I do have a quick joke for you, though. What does a pirate say on its 80th birthday? Aye, matey. Kidding? Oh, there you go. Couldn't let you go without that. All right, we'll be right back.